Welcome, one and all, to another scene within the Mage venue. This is going to be a very introspective kind of scene, if it were. We are going to concentrate on one very, very small, very new mage. Very, very tender in the heart understandings. Things as she is, well, preparing for her daily ritual to enter that land which we all know as sleep. How do you sleep?
So, mm, let's see. Probably, probably what she do since she she likes she really likes music and everything, and she got the uh, she got the habit of basically listening to some CDs as a way to allow her to go to sleep. So most certainly she's playing one of her CDs right now to enter the dream world that is Pillow Fort.
Okay. So you have so let's just say you have big fuck off over the air earmuffs and they're sort of tangled with the go right directly to the CD player, and you're
Hmm.
just sort of just sort of zone in. I've been here as well. It's sort of a very interesting state. So your mind is sort of doing the lapsing, and sort of little lot less alert. Is a lot less sort of to the waking world, held, and then there's a switch in track actually. Do you remember what was playing on the what do you remember what was playing in the car
I hate you.
so many years ago?
I hate you so much right now.
I'm very good at what I do.
uh, yeah, what would be playing at that moment? Uh, Probably considering the parents. No, 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 no. I would say I would say it's going to be some Mozart, some classical Mozart. Most and let's go with the um god damn it, don't remember the exact name of the song, but basically the song from the Mother of the Night from the Enchanted Flute.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. When that's all closed down, there's a slight bit of conscious panic. Like there's a little spark of you that's still in the waking world going, wait a second, this isn't good. But you're morally being subdued by your subconscious at this point. And whatever little bit of conscious evocation you could extol from the situation, and is suddenly being pulled back. And you remember the back seat. You remember the fine leather, the more than expensive and exorbitant space. It's the very dark night. And outside, as you see the very sparse headlights coming every once in a while, making it hard to read or produce anything. And as you start to feel those same metallic rhythms again. And what are your parents doing right now? Are they fighting? Are they talking? Are they planning? Or are they listening as well?
Well, probably probably at that moment they are uh talking because basically 8 year old uh little Annie is not very, happy to have to quit all her friends from school. She has to quit the home that she's known since she was born because, you know, mommy and daddy got work to do over there in this other place that she doesn't want to go to, and they are trying to you know find ways to explain to a child that it's it's perhaps a chance for a new beginning, and that it doesn't mean that she won't see her old friends anymore, that she can always write to them, even if in little Annie's mind that's, you know, it's the end of the world as we know it.
But I feel fine. Okay. So they're trying to explain in very short terms. Just think of it a new beginning, like a new drawing. Like you don't have to start over. They're still there. I mean, I'm sure there'll be lots of friends you can make at Crystal Prep High. Okay.
But I don't want to go there.
Oh, sweetie, they'll have lots of interesting stuff like music, like paintings, like dancing, and all the other great stuff. And they have a big library, and you just read to your heart's content.
But I want to stay home. I don't want to go there.
The fire chips in. Not to mention the less static shores of this place. I mean, damn, I didn't think you'd do so well for a girl your age.
What?
It's like, it's some type of academic test. It's blah, 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 throw it out there. You probably know more about than I do. You're a gifted child, apparently.
Okay. Confused child is very confused.
Okay. And as you're rolling through the night, where are you actually going? Besides away, besides the awareness, like behind you, there is a very, very stark and bright landscape which represents your previous life. The amounts of friends and playtimes very much associate with a bright and sunny time. But you're going forward right into what seems to be, well, you don't really have the city landscaping more to give a good bright job. But you certainly do have the stars and the moon to give you guidance to this unknown and dark place, which is just simply a road that stretches out forward and forward forever. Where are you going?
Uh, well, she's not very she's not very sure. I mean, they talked about a place with a giant lady that she sees on the postcard sometime. The Statue of Liberty, something like that. And there's supposed to be Big Apple there. She's not very sure.
Okay, fair enough. There is indeed what looks to be very, very faint off and further off in the distance. You know, there seems to be a lady with like with a little I forget how many how many points it was, but whatever. Points with a very distant and look and a small little white apple in her hand because people get confused at that age. No. But you never actually reach there, do you? There's always a cutoff in this dream. A very specific cutoff where the road simply is, well, the road continues, but the car no longer does. What's happening?
Uh, that's that's the moment, where someone might have decided that, tonight was the night. You have you had to drink because it's a night for a party, and of course you should drive because there's another party on the other side of the road. And of course, there's this big line in the middle of the road, but it's not really important. I mean, it's just there are so many lines, really. Who really cares about the line?
Okay. Keep going.
And well, I mean, obviously, maybe he had some strange substance exchange between friends or some others. Who knows? But one thing is for sure, like there's there's light on the other side. Damn, those lights seem so pretty. You need to go into towards those lights because obviously that's certainly where the party is, and it's you know you can hear the sound of the the music playing regularly like a horn. Damn, seems like fine music. It's like a party.
I think of what you're getting at. Specifically, Highway to Hell is specifically playing. Highway to Hell, we're on the highway to hell. Well, and it's almost as if subconsciously coming back to the idea that the landscape suddenly gets a lot more, well, bleak and, well, a little bit more scary. Right, as there seems to be sparks of fire on the road right now. Oh, there seems to be twisted metal for some reason. And keep going, keep going.
Hmm. Well, I mean, that's perhaps the moment where, in her backseat, there's a flashing light coming, and it's coming very, very, very fast.
Mm,
Then perhaps there's the scream and the sound of rather a shrike coming from someone trying to change the direction of the road, but failing to do so, and then probably a loud bang and utter and complete darkness.
okay, okay, okay. You're going to be in the complete and utter darkness for a moment. You feel the car go sideways, but you're still moving forward. Or do you see the intricate and ideas of what's about to happen? And far, far back in your mind, I mean, the place that studies temporal lobes is sort of gone fritz and fried, heard for a moment. And as you are currently sitting in the road, well, lying in the road, your adult self, your present self, you're currently looking at a horrifying situation, at a or pretty bad wreck. Heck of two mounted rectangular vehicles twisted and broken, and some flipped over as from the wreckage a mechanician of different automobile sounds and bearings brings itself to the floor as a metal man, and with the head of a hood and the hood of a head, and hooves of rubber or wheels, is bellowing senses of pain and anguish and fire, and all the time, and with this cruel, cruel detachment in its eyes, which are headlights, unfortunately. And it looks upon you.
Okay. So she's probably going to look around. She's probably going to look around, look at herself because she could have sworn that she was a child a few seconds before, and she she knows this road. She knows it, at the back of her hand.
Yeah, there's a
And
somewhat of. Go ahead. Sorry.
and then there's that thing that is looking at her. So yes, she's I'm not going to lie and say she feels, comfortable in all this, of course, because she won't. But I think that perhaps in her mind, the true nightmare is not really the creature looking at her. It's rather the place itself and the wreckage that she knows in the back of her mind must be somewhere where she's supposed to be trapped. That's basically her main concern. She's looking around frantically, trying to see if the wreckage is somewhere, or if she's perhaps inside the wreckage, but she doesn't really see that she is
Mm,
inside.
do me a favor.
Hmm.
You have mine too, right?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll your 2 dots of mind. Hmm, what is that?
A 9 and a
Okay,
5.
okay. You're instead with this realization as your consciousness, or at least both of your consciousness at this point, your consciousness and your subconscious, or should I call them little Annie and adult Annie, as it were, where you're conscious of both of them reflexively. Young Annie is currently in the backseat of a car, are very much in a disorientated and a horribly terrifying place. Is inside the machination of this thing. Meanwhile, adult Annie is on the outside, looking inwards. There's with do a little bit more control of this whole of herself. So the reality is that it's both.
Hmm. Then I'm going to listen to my instinct
Hmm.
and say that at adult Annie, I mean, just am I, when you say, I'm in both places, is this something, basically that I'm feeling inside me, or is it really the thing that basically there's me, adult Annie, and then there's the wreckage of a car, well, where I perceive that my younger self is trapped?
You are in both places at once.
God damn it,
You,
correspondence.
not even correspondence, it's a single addition. Your younger self is there, and you are very much aware of your younger self. You're very much aware that your younger self is in a terrible location, and on the outside, and
Mhm.
you're very much aware that this monstrosity, this transformer for you, is the nightmare. And you very much understand that your little self is inside the nightmare.
Okay. She's going to get up because she's probably on her ass on the road.
Hmm.
Her legs are shaking because, well, that's really pretty much the personification of her worst fear and nightmare. That's the reason why she can never get back inside a car, not even a bus. The feeling of entrapment with blood running over your face, the pain, and the feeling that you're going to die inside this place alone. So she's going to try and take a stance, and she's going to point a finger at this personification, even if clearly her hand shaking and her whole body shows that as much confidence as she's trying to gather, her body doesn't show much confidence.
Okay, okay.
Let her go.
The figure before you seems to be mocking to chattering laughter, or as it persuades you, as it knows that it has you before you even know that you has yourself. And do me a favor, roll me a
Mhm.
willpower check. Roll me a
Yeah,
willpower.
yeah. I was going to suggest I roll willpower even before, pointing the finger. Oh yeah, she's frightened as fuck. No
Like,
success. Yeah,
oh,
that's my nightmare, my personal nightmare fuel right in front of me. I'm not feeling confident at all.
you bring yourself to attempt to bear. Actually, you got a better control of what your character's doing. Go ahead, man.
Uh, I would say that perhaps something she's making a stance, but at the same time it's mm, you know how she's supposed to be an adult.
Mm-hmm.
She's not an adult anymore. She's a child facing this monstrosity because she can't bear to adult right now. She's facing her nightmare, so I guess that not even uh conscious any can adult right now. So yeah, she's reduced to the status of a child, and she's feeling those strange and familiar feeling running over her face as she's crying, trying to look into this abomination, trying to find the resolve to face it, but it seems that her will is not strong enough at the moment to go into another state beyond but one of a child that needs its mother or
Okay.
her father to face the danger of reality.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. You're currently lying in the road in the field of vision as you just feel this crushing weight of loneliness and isolation and pain and torment and loss. So you're going through a lot of different things, and even little things about your little bit of your recuperation, your steadfast recovery, your relapses, all just seem to just spiraled inward, as it were. And you take a faint look upwards and roll your two dots of mind.
Mm. 4 and 9.
Okay. That is not the moon that was present on the day of your crash. And there is something coming from it, actually. Something childish, something cartoonish, something both magnificent and utterly beyond worldly, otherworldly. There was what seems to be and stop me when you figure it out. By the way,
What?
there seems to be four legs, four hooves, a neck, a body, and in addition to the accoutrement of a horse, a pair of wings and a horn on the forehead.
Honestly, I don't really think she's paying much attention as she's probably frustrated on the ground in fetal position as she's trying to gather her courage, but she can't bear to look because if she looks, she's going to see the nightmare. She doesn't want to see the nightmare. The nightmare is dangerous. It's frightening.
Fair enough. 1 second. Need to go up for a second. There's a large cackling lightning shark and a booming voice declaring, "Be gone, be gone! I speak in the high tongue. Be gone for the time." And
So
the
you're using the royal controlled voice.
yes, the royal continent voice. Be gone, be gone. I can't do it right now because I don't have the voice for it, unfortunately. But yeah, and the figure does not go away, but more of just let itself be pushed back. Like the haunting lyrics and the laughing voice take pauses and take steps backwards, never fully disappearing, but certainly saying out of sight, out of mind for the moment.
Uh, I guess. Do you want me to roll a willpower roll to see if she can go back from her frustrated? Um,
Yeah, sure, go ahead. That makes sense.
uh, yeah, she gathered the courage to get out from her fetal position as she gets up, probably wiping her nose, wiping her tears, and she's looking around, probably confused as to why the mechanical monster is not there anymore.
Okay, okay. And you see before you, indeed, the the picture probably more relaxed and less shouting. Nodding, nodding, still speaking the booming voice. Child, what disturbs you tonight?
And she turns to the voice and to say that she's baffled uh, is putting it mildly, because that's not every day that you have a nightmare and that a pony with wings and a horn just come and save the day. That's a very disturbing thought. But she she's probably silent for a little bit, probably trying to gather her thoughts, and she's she's going to whisper, "Nightmare always come, never leaves me. It's always the same sound, the noise, scream, blood everywhere. I don't want to feel it anymore. It doesn't want to go away."
Child, take courage. Take courage and healthy balls and there's there's this thing this thing has been well, you were given a momentary reprieve. If actually I forgot what I was gonna say. And man, I had a really good line too. I had it all prepped up. Okay. The hardest things for us to banish are things from the past. Actually, you know what? This will actually work a lot better. The sort of disjointed ideas and stuff. Okay, keep on.
What?
Sometimes we put things into a little box and compartmentalize them so that they may be expanded upon later, or at least studied in a more safer place. Hey, this is not that place. This place is, well, dangerous. This place is. It feels like an earthquake. Like an earthquake, actually.
Is there any way I can defend myself from this?
Courage and heart, courage and heart. But I can teach you, but I can, well, offer some assistance if you are willing to offer me assistance.
She she's straight up a little bit, probably growing up a little bit, as 8-year-old Annie is probably now 13-year-old. As
13-year-old with cast.
With what?
With a cast, like, you know, when you break your bones and there's a cast on it.
Hmm. And she tries to, walk into the direction of a princess, as she she can't really bend the knee, you know. But she tried to take her courage, and she nods, saying, if you can really help me, I will help you in return. I swear. She's
I swear. You understand? I swear to a noble is one not easily broken.
I've been broken and repaired.
Much like that other girl, I believe. But anyways, the waking world, the one that you know, the one that you live in, you will find me there. Well, maybe not me, but you will find me there, and not me. And you will find the shadow of me. You will also find the light of me, and you will also find the conscious me and the unconscious me. When you find me, I will find me. I will be from a different place, a foreign place. Not foreign place. That's too idealistic. It's like a different place, far north, not north, or maybe just Canada, or maybe just north or state. Not sure at this point. And you will also need to gather unto yourself of the children of Unicorn and the children of Pegasi. Aye. For they will be your helpers.
She's scratching her head a little bit. Princess, you're being very confusing.
This is your dream. You're confusing.
She takes a scrumpy face like.
And as you do you seem to age into a proper teenager with all the trappings and tribulations thereof.
So, I mean, okay, but how do I find unicorns and Pegasus?
He's like, you know what, kid? I'm gonna help you out here. Here, says Joey from behind your back.
And she turns, and she's just going to to hug the familiar.
It's like, hey, what's a treat coat, man? And I just got this thing. By the way, your main face is fucked up. Where's your porn? You've like no porn in this place at all.
She's going to stop stop the hug, stomp his feet.
Ow! Jesus Christ. Last time I tried to help you in your dream.
They are in the special closet. If you had the idea of opening the special closet.
It's like, oh, okay, fair enough. Okay. Dreams work on a different kind of logic, kid. They're more. You know what a parallel is?
What, like parallel universe?
But well, I guess you can go about like that. But I'm speaking more in the literally parallel. Like
Oh,
when
like
someone speaks in.
maths.
Yeah, like when someone speaks in metaphors or
Okay.
symbolism and shit like that.
Uh-huh.
Well, sometimes they mean it literally, and sometimes they mean it figuratively literally.
So, are you trying to tell me that I need to find like what a mage and a pilot?
Maybe. It's like I'm not quite sure exactly what the spirit, the princess over there, the other. What you think is that thing? I'm pretty sure. Or he's trying to tell you, but I can tell you that dreams speak in their own kind of logic. You gotta do some thinking to figure it out. Sometimes the answer is obvious, and sometimes you get to think about the answer, and sometimes you just have to go with the answer and figure it out later.
Mm. Uh, she's actually going to make a pause. I mean, my dream, right? She turns to Princess Luna.
As
So,
much as it is, as much as it is yours, as it is everyone else's.
okay, and she's going to look into her jacket,
Hmm.
because obviously teenage Annie is wearing he's wearing a perfecto, a little size perfecto.
Oh yeah, totally.
Hmm. So, is there a headset?
Yeah, totally.
So she's going to put the headset on her head,
Hmm.
and she's going to sit. She's going to sit and probably playing somehow, because in reality there's no MP3 player linked to that headset, because obviously it's a dream. uh, she's going to look at Luna and try to think about exactly what she was talking about.
Okay.
And I would like to roll Dream to get bonus dots in Enigma and try to know a
Roll it.
little bit, try to find a little bit much.
Yeah, totally roll it. I gotta take care of something real quick. I'll be back in 1 second.
Yup. Now let me check for the dream. Oh, it's perception dream. Okay, so I need to roll 3 other dice. Oh wow. Meh. So, roll perception dream.
Okay.
Okay, so I got success on my dream.
How many?
So, 2 success, which would mean I can replace my 1 dot in Enigma for my 2 dots in dreams.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so wits or intelligence, Enigma?
Let's go with the wits.
Damn. I have creative. I have creative. Damn it.
Oh.
Okay.
Hmm.
It's okay. It's okay. It makes you know, it's kind of a wits
I'll
way
let
of
you apply creative knowledge specialty to this.
oh, you be so generous. Uh, and considering that basically, basically she got helped by this spirit. She's going to call it a spirit at this point because she that's the only thing that she could put a finger on.
Hmm.
Uh, I would like, if possible, to use a willpower point on this one because she feels that she owns it, and she swear that she would help her. So,
Yeah.
uh,
Actually, as you spin that willpower, as you
mhm.
impart that mental energy, the space around you actually develops into a very studious and conscious library of sorts.
Yay, books! uh, ah, true success.
To success? Okay. Do. This entity seems to be referring to people or things that venerate or take or claim lineage from a unicorn or a pegasi. So when she's talking about the children of unicorn, or she's talking about people that idolize or claim lineage or just venerate the figure. Same thing with pegasi.
Okay. Can I roll intelligence esoterica
Good. Yeah, sure, whatever.
to because right now she understands that basically she needs to find people that would correspond to certain ideas
Hmm.
and kind of worship. Well, she's not very sure that you can really find unicorn worshippers or Pegasus. Well, technically, yes, you can on the internet. It's very easy. But she's wondering if she perhaps is referring to, something more mystical.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Uh,
Do the difficulty. Do it a difficulty. Oh man, I want to make this difficulty 8.
yeah, do whatever you want, man. I mean,
Okay,
I mean, I
okay,
don't expect. Yeah,
okay.
I
Well,
have
you got
two
one success.
success if creative works.
Okay, yeah, we'll make that. We'll make that a thing. Do. You know that certain. Okay. There's a certain idea that ancient mythologies that if you venerate something enough, or if you claim direct lineage, that you could shapeshift into that thing. So like maybe the idea is that you're looking for some shapeshifters or something that claim to be shapeshifters. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm just waiting for it.
She's uh, she's making a very long pause as the gears are connecting, and she's she's going to look very puzzled at the Helicon princess and say, "You're not asking me to go in Central Park and talk to werewolves, aren't you?"
Maybe.
uh, Not that I doubt your wisdom, uh, Princess Luna, but um, just as a clarification, you know that everyone that I meet, except one who actually apparently sleep with one, actually is telling me that they will kill me on sight if I go there.
Very possibly. I did not say this would be easy. There's a haunting echo of a laugh, as it were. Very much a ladies kind of laugh, not directly emanating from any person's particular.
You know, you're kind of nicer you're easier to deal in the show. Damn. Damn.
What can I say? I have a good PR department.
And where the hell is that laugh coming from?
Inaudible, without origin, indistinguishable. Unless you want to roll willpower, roll mind.
Yeah, I mean, because she doesn't seem to be laughing, and there's a laugh somewhere. Nah,
You are the one laughing.
lol. Obviously.
Oh yeah, totally. Also, take a bite of paradox.
Meanie.
Go on.
She's so she's going to sigh, and she's she's going to go. Does the PR department allows hug?
Always, my child, children of the night, all those tormented are my children.
She's going to go hug the pony.
Silly, silly human. Silly, silly human.
What can I say? I'm just human.
Silly, silly filly. Silly, silly filly. And as you keep saying, that's the worst case, could have keep repeating and repeating and repeating. You feel yourself becoming more aware. It's an interesting term, being less and more aware, as bits and parts of the memory, bits and parts of the dream are, well, sort of digging deep into your brain and burying themselves to a degree. As you find yourself waking with the earphones mostly off at this point, and hugging a eh, hugging a plushie.
Huh? And she, yeah, she doesn't feel really well because obviously nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't really remember, going to bed with a plushie because I mean, not that she don't have one, but generally, Smarty Pants stays on the shelf.
Indeed, indeed, indeed.
So
Tell me about a little bit about your day, about your schooling, about your travels. Keep going.
uh, you mean for the day as it is now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well,
Like,
she's
like
going.
it's just a regular school day.
Mhm. So regular school day. She's going to wake up, get dressed, probably get peeped on by her familiar, who will most certainly tell that she needs to buy a better undergarment, more sexy, and that she's on the right way because she's taking better care of herself, plus appearance free. But she could.
Definitely losing that misheveled look that you had before.
Yes, and she's going to get dressed, and once she's dressed, she will most certainly, as uh I guess for convenience, this will not happen in the gentry, uh but in her university flat.
Okay, okay, okay. You on?
And yeah, she get up and she's going to go buy uh, buy some orange juice to get ready for the day as she takes all her drawing materials and she's preparing because today is the art and theory school class with as she call him Mr. Uptight, who has very straight and square ideas on what makes and what is art, even if she doesn't really agree with some of what he says. But it's always fun because you still need to know how those people works because obviously you will have to deal with them at some point.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. As you're going about your day, it's about later in the afternoon to degree. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. There we go. Okay, okay. You're walking through your day, you're walking through the halls, everything seems to be rather normal until you are sort of briefly you're briefly in the side of and are viewing. Like there's just like a parting of the students for whatever reason. And a woman with strikingly blue hair and what looks like to be a flight jacket of the Apollo missions. How familiar are you with NASA?
Uh, let me see. Well, I don't have science. I don't have science. However, mm, I would say that considering considering she's a musician, um, I would say that she most certainly have read uh, some Lovecraft, which would have get her a little bit at least interest in space because Final Frontier and generally, well, it's always nice to look at it from your room with a telescope. So she knows a little bit, but not that much.
Okay. This woman is wearing the Apollo missions a jacket with the Apollo missions patches on it. And for you that don't, maybe are not familiar with it, and for people who are maybe not familiar with the Apollo missions were NASA's missions to the moon. You know the
Mhm,
old adage, to Houston, we have a problem? That specifically comes from Apollo 13,
mhm.
whatever damn unlucky number that was, which we agreed never to use number 13 ever again. So this woman that seems to have very, very striking blue hair, this flight jacket, like it seems to be going down the hallways or to some administration building.
Um. Okay, I am very familiar with the internet.
Hmm.
I am very familiar. Okay, I'm going to ask you a flat out, uh, pure nerdish question.
Hmm.
Um, does this character strike me as either basically? Here's my question: Does does she would look like a cosplayer of of a Shadow Bolt with you can even maybe roll academics if you want, but
I think I'm familiar with what you're talking about. There seems to be some certain trappings of that certainly idea, but more the idea that you've dreamt of this person. Maybe, I guess. Not sure. You've dreamt of this, or at least you think you've dreamt of this. Something is peeing right now.
going to follow that person.
Okay. The person seems to being heading towards administration bill holding specifically to the built-in posting place where you can get the things approved for posting. There we go. Seems to get into a line, fill out some paperwork. Seems to holding some type of flyers in her hand, and of some sort. Right.
Mm-hmm.
She goes over to the clerk. They give it the once over. They give a few temporary stamps to her. She puts temporary stamps in view of the not secretary. Oh yeah, it is secretary. For the secretary, and then we'll go outside to the various different postage boards around campus.
Okay. Um. Well, so from what I would understand, that's basically how you would register for a new year, right?
What she's that is definitely a way to do it, but what she's specifically doing is getting a flyer, getting her flyers approved to be put up across campus.
Ooh, flyer. I need to see that shit.
Okay. Do you ask her for a flyer, or do you wait until she's posted the flyer?
Um. I'm going to socialize.
Yay, socialize. Okay, how do you approach this?
Probably. Well, I mean, obviously, as you know, as I have a band, I always have, some flyers
Yeah, sure, that works for me.
to give away. So, what she's going to do is she's going to take some flyers, in her hand, and she's going to approach this as a girl person. Hi.
The woman with the strikingly blue hair looks over. Oh, hi. You need the masking tape, the putty, or the stapler?
Oh, no, I'm good. I'm good. I just saw that you were validating flyers.
Oh, yeah. She takes a moment to finish stapling this one up and goes through her pack. Yeah. She hands you a flyer. She hands you one of the flyers. My sister, she's the principal over at this freaking gifted school little thingy. Hey, I'm helping her out, and I've got flyers, and we're kind of looking for like temporary help.
Oh, would you and she kind of look, at the flyer.
See, do. Crystal Prep, in search of qualified, educated, energetic, young ladies to mentor and educate the next generation of students.
Oh, and she she kind of look she kind of look at this flyer, and actually I'm going to ask you the question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because you you know you give me the stick, the end of the stick, so I'm going to ask if I can grab it.
Hmm.
But you said that Annie was supposed to enroll into this school in my flashback.
Hmm.
So my question is, did she actually went there when she was taken by her aunt and her uncle.
Well, your father and mother were a lot better off than your aunt and uncle.
Mm.
Uncle, but do me a favor, roll me a mind check real quick.
Mm-hmm. Mind.
Okay. Do. This place certainly does ping a bit. It as something important, and you remembered of the car again for some reason. And you remember of a very strange dream you had. Something
Mm.
about children of unicorn, children of Pegasi or something. Something about shifters. Something about assisting someone. You're kind of getting little bits and pieces of it at this point.
Mm-hmm. Uh, she's she's going probably to mm, yeah, I think she will wipe out mm, a tear that she's probably not even it's she doesn't control her lacrimal glands at the moment, but she doesn't know, she actually doesn't, you know it's it pinging did something in her memory, but she's not very much sure as of why, or perhaps doesn't really she doesn't really want to remember uh, the name of the school. It's kind of confusing in her head,
It's
but
like, hey, you play in a band? You any good? We could use a music teacher.
uh, she she kind of gets out of her little bit of
Mental space.
trance, yeah, little space, and she goes, oh, and she actually hand one of the flyer, because yeah, that was kind of uh one of her ideas as a way to introduce herself.
Yeah. I'm in charge of astronomy and astrology. I forget which one's the do the seeing in the future and which one's seeing in space. Mostly I do both in a weird like kind of trance thing. Wee-oo.
she she kind of laughed a little bit. Well, I mean, I'm I'm good with my instrument, but mostly I'm more focused on drownings and painting and others.
Oh yeah, we could always use another artist over there. I mean, they're just all about the creative stuff. I mean, they got this mural out front about a. Okay. You know that show that the My Little Pony show.
She slowly nods. Yes.
Well, they get a big mural of who rolling. They get a big mural of derpy hooves over there, and I just love the little thing.
she she laughs a little bit at this. How old does she seems to have?
Yeah, she seems to be into her late 20s. He's
Mm.
and if not the late 20s,
Hmm.
early 30s.
Hmm. She chuckles a little bit, saying, "Well, Derpy is kind of a favorite for a lot of people."
No, I just it's just the eyes. It's like you're so adorable. Did I just want to hug you and squeal? I don't care if you're broken or not. You're still lovable.
Uh, and she kind of she kind of shrugged, saying, "Yeah, well, I'm more uh I'm more into Sweetie Belle. She's just so cute, and she just she takes probably the same face as the as this way older adult, like putting her hands over her cheek, like, "Ooh, she just seems so fluffy and cute."
It's like, I just love that Derby that helps with the weather, and that might explain what all the crazy weather is, where they can't decide or not. That's what I love. Oh, it explains everything.
And she takes, a little bit more a little bit more serious face, as she's a little bit puzzled, by the way, this woman is a little bit demarching her her stuff, and she's going to ask, so, I mean, I'm still a student, right? I'm not a qualified teacher.
It's like, oh, pshaw, we have a lot of unqualified stuff. It's mostly a private school for a bunch of rich people that don't know what they're doing with their money.
She chuckles a little bit. Are you sure that they are you sure that one day, they're not going to look at you and say, "That's what we do with our money"?
Well, of course, you just have had a few interviews, but if you're in a band, just don't mention that. Don't mention hellfire. Don't mention destruction. I mean, this place is more about it's more of, let's be honest, it's more of a daycare for rich spoiled brats.
So basically, what you're saying is that if I use the pen for something, it's more of uh prom prom kind of feel. Is that what you're
Eh,
saying?
a little bit. Don't get us wrong. We do take
Mhm.
we do make sure our affinity is up to code, but that's the thing my sister does. I don't really do that. I just do what I want to do.
She I mean, it's kind of weird, as she's probably feeling some kind of kinship with this woman, not really knowing exactly, why. Perhaps just a faint impression. And she she takes well, she's going to put her flyers, back in her bag, and asks, so what? I just go there and I say, and I go to see your sister, wave and say hi. I got I got picked on by your sister for a job. Can, can I has a job?
Did you get the contact information's like on the flyer? Go ahead and shoot that off, and yeah, sure. Tell her that and said that you were a cool chick.
Okay. So, like, right now?
Yeah, whatever. I mean, like the sooner is probably the better, but eh.
She's going to check. She's going to check her watch.
Oh, and if you have
She
any friends that might know about some of this stuff, we can usually take some extra help. I mean, we really like it all alone out there, and we're gonna need some help, especially with this fucking field trips that we're trying to do.
A field trip?
Yeah, field trip to
What?
some type of pony farm.
She's going to, look at her as probably and say, so, is that team called Wonder Cult of something, or
Like,
the
wait,
Mighty
wait, go,
Pegasus?
go through that again. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
That's I know it's the first symptom of pony mania. I mean, I understand. I understand. You need to you need to get it through your system. She asked, if there was a team in the in the school that was named perhaps Wonder Colt, or Mighty Pegasus, or or something like that, because she gets the feeling that there's a lot of horse spawn in this school.
Ah, we definitely do have sports. What the girls choose to name themselves differs from time to time, but that has come up not on the first occasions, not only once, but it has. It's like they're just adorable, horrible. Before the harsh reality before the harsh nightmare of reality kicks in.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of nightmares.
Indeed.
Um, when she says indeed, can I make uh, can I make a perception empathy like, yeah, I know because I've been in your fucking dream.
Go ahead and roll it. The more successes you get, the more information you get.
Okay. Boo-doo, 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 boo-doo. Uh, uh, perception, empathy. Um, Perhaps you will correct me, but can I use? No, I would need to roll. I would need to roll mine for that. Mine don't give you bonus dice for these kind of things.
It can, but you have to sort of make it as a part of the casting. What you're gonna do?
Mhm.
Like, are you
Yep,
gonna scratch your
okay.
head? Are you gonna try to figure things out? Are you gonna fiddle with your rod a bit, or what you doing?
Uh, basically, mm, basically how she's thinking about it is that uh, actually I think that perhaps the more perhaps it should be two roles,
Yeah.
as in the first role being the perception empathy check, but the second one she's kind of perhaps remembering that the spirit told her that you will meet me but not me, but technically it's me, or you know
Or the shadow
and
of me, or the light
yes.
of me, or maybe
Mhm.
something in between. Yeah,
Yes. So that would be perhaps activating spirit sight.
yeah, sure, that makes sense.
So okay, so I'm going to go for perception empathy.
Hmm.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Oh, you're getting a lot more than that. Okay, okay, this is what you're getting. Do-do-do-do-do. The Indeed is a general acceptance of the fact that yeah, nightmares are kind of crappy, happy,
Mhm,
but then again, there's a subconscious resonance to it that maybe you would never really pick up on from before. A certain bit of power and certain bit of delight and glee that nightmares are still around in a thing.
mhm,
She's sympathizing, but then again, also reveling in the fact.
mhm. Uh, okay. Poo-doo. Then I guess I will roll. I will try to roll spirit sight.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, depends on the difficulty you set.
Okay, okay, I'll count that as a success. There is something unworldly about her, or maybe she is something unworthy, or maybe she's something of the earthly realm being influenced by something unworthy, or maybe it's a little of a combination of all three. Three. But anyways, there's definitely something pinging, something
Mhm,
about nightmares and
mhm,
mind, and definitely something to the effect of I might as well just spell it out with that 5 times 6 from 4.
mhm,
She's an entity that can freely walk into any nightmare,
mm,
or at least is an entity that can associate itself with one person's nightmare or slip
mhm,
through one way or the other.
mm. So basically, this is the same kind of feel that I got when I was in the dream.
Yep.
So she's she's going to scratch her cheek a little bit because it's still kind of weird. It's still very weird. Uh, she's she's going to look left and right and and she's going to ask, so is this what you meant when you said it would be different, but kind of, and not really, but in between?
I'm waiting for you just going, what? Sorry, you talking to me?
Uh, uh, nothing, just babbling to myself. So I go to this address and I search for. Is there actually a name, for the person that you need to address?
Oh, I think our secretary's name is Cassidy.
Okay, and what's uh, what's yours and your sister's name? Because I mean, she extend her hand.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm Diana, and my sister's name is Celeste, or we call her
Uh,
just call her Stell.
hmm, my name is Annie.
Oh, nice to meet you, Annie. I hope you do well on the interviews.
Well, we'll see how it goes.
Oh, don't
Thank
worry. I have a feeling that's your shoe-in. Here's a wink.
And somewhere, probably in the back of her mind, someone is saying, she totally wants to dig you.
Okay, okay, okay.
Uh,
Is there anything else?
uh, no, I guess I'm good. Well, if you want, there's my address on the flyer. So if you want to go to one of our gigs, you can just send me an email, and I'll make sure you can get a place
Yeah,
for it.
yeah, sure. That sounds great. Hey, I've seen a lot of these. Like, how many
Mm.
fucking birds does this place have? I mean, god damn it.
Uh, way too many.
Like, I gotta get going if I'm gonna get this done before lunch.
Uh, you want any help with that?
Yeah, sure, I guess. And like for this scene, is there anything you, the player, want to get off out of this?
Um, probably she would extend trivial information about the school, or what would technically be expected from this kind of job, because technically she's no, but what she's wondering is because technically she's still a student. So if she were to apply to this place to help those poor rich kids, uh, she would need, to, if she were to get a post, she would have schedules and such a thing. So, considering she's still a student, she would need to see if it works, and she's wondering if it's how exactly it works. Those kind of questions as she's inquiring about this thing and trying to generally get a feel of exactly what kind of place this is and what kind of woman Diana is. And outside of that, I guess uh, she will help her to put her flyers a little bit everywhere. And once it's the time for the lecture, she will leave her to you know to go back to her studies. And she's probably going to think, well, I might perhaps after the class, or at some other point in the day or the day after, she will go. But most certainly, this actually intrigues her, so she will most certainly go in the afternoon after she's done all her
Okay,
classes.
okay. We're gonna put a pause to the moment, and
Mhm.
I believe this is where we're going to get the most enjoyment. And I'm going to give you a few more well, not exactly hints, but more reminders. Reminders. this is something that you, for the sake of the story, for the sake of I don't really want to roleplay this, you'll probably get an N. And you must also remember that there are a few different other things you need to look at. These children of unicorn and children of Pegasi and these idea shifters and this idea of Central Park are still kind of floating around your head at the moment. But I do believe this is where we will put the scene to an end. I'd like to thank the players for playing. I'd like to thank the watchers for watching. And I hope you all come back to a glorious, glorious, glorious slaughter in the next episode. Say goodbye to me, because it's the last
Friendship.
one you'll get to.